Thank you, Madam Reeve. Thank you, Director Solnier, for that. I guess just to provide a bit of a history perspective on this. So this hall was built in 1966. The idea came to light in the early 60s as the old hall in the community was getting pretty rough shape and needed replacement. So the community came together and said, we need a new hall. And with the leadership of the Blackie Chamber of Commerce and Eldon Sini at the helm, the idea of the hall came about and began to see light. A number of fundraisers were held, one of which held by the Blackie ladies group raised enough money to almost cover the entire cost of building this hall. And that was just one of the many fundraisers held in support of building this hall. So materials were bought, concrete was poured, and the community came together, not turning to taxpayers or the village for money, but turning to the community, not turning to contractors or people they could hire to build it, but they came together with hammers swinging, and the community built it with their own blood and sweat. Why is that important? Why do I mention all of that? It's the community that paid for and funded this hall. It wasn't taxpayers. It wasn't the village of Blackie. It was the community itself. And so the hall does belong to them, not to the taxpayer. So that was 1966, and the Blackie Chamber of Commerce continued to operate and manage the hall for a number of years until the time came for the Blackie Chamber of Commerce to dissolve, and then the operations of the hall turned over to the Blackie Lions Club. All of this, I guess I should mention too, there was a hall board set up right in the early days as well, but much of the work was done by the Blackie Lions Club throughout the history as well. Fast forward a little bit, 1997 saw the dissolution of the village of Blackie, and it became a hamlet of Foothills County. And with that, Foothills County then took over the title to the Blackie Community Hall. Many things have changed. Now when we look much more recent, the last couple of years has seen the community really rally behind this hall and everything that takes place there and the events. Over the last 2 years, there's been some fundraisers held, which have seen dramatic turnout, people coming out, not just to support financially the future of this hall, but also to make a very loud statement that we value the hall and we want to keep the hall as it is. So there's been a new organization developed called the Blackie Event Society, which is basically a replacement for the old hall board. And they are set up in such a way that they are able to own a title to a property, such as the old hall board was not able to, nor was the Lions Club able to. So there's significant excitement in the town about the future of this hall. They've come together. So I certainly would support the sale of the hall to the Blackie Event Society. It is what the community has asked for, and it is theirs to ask for. When I look at the hall, yes, the Foothills County owns the title to it, but it's the community that owns it. They're the ones who built it, paid for it, and operated. So I am in support of transferring ownership over to them. But the question is regarding the hall, and it does need to be, the community has asked for it. It is theirs to ask for the title because they're the ones who built it, paid for it, and operated. So, yeah, I would, I guess, make that motion then to, I got to find the page again.
62.
So to transfer it to the community, the Blackie Event Society, for the purchase price of $1. I would remove the piece about the property taxes and let them just go through that process to get that done. And then in terms of the $50,000, I would put that sticker on there about it being matching funding specifically for upgrading the building on the building and safety code pieces. And I make this motion rather than expect the county to do it because the community can do these upgrades for a fraction of the price of what any municipality can do it for. Government is never good at doing this types of things. So let them do that, and let them take control and ownership.